Let me share the screen quickly. Please confirm me if you can see my screen. My screen visible? Am I audible, guys? Hello. I think there is a. Hello, guys. Am I audible? No.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Oh, I'm audible. Thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, then I am going to start right now. Today we are going to start one more new topic called ML. So data manipulation language. So this is like in a very important one where everybody need to understand, and which is very important topic in in SQL. So this all DML is like a manipulation. When I say manipulation, always like if you say table structure, create table and table column names, and once you define it, then that will be that will be a static. It will not be changed frequently, unless there is a one more new requirement comes to add one more new column, then it will have some other changes. But only data definition of the data is like once. Okay, data definition. I mean, creating a table like that. When I say data manipulation is something like where we are updating or creating data within the table. Okay, we are playing around with the data on the table. Okay, is comes under data manipulation language. Okay. So as a further definition here, data manipulation language is a category of SQL commands used to manage data stored in database tables. Okay, this command allows users to insert, retrieve, modify, and delete the data. Okay, data in the database. So this we used to call like crude operations. Okay, create, read, update, and delete. Okay. So now we'll see how the DML operations and what are the queries are about the DML operations with basic today we learn, and tomorrow we'll work on the advanced based on your understandings. Okay. So anything like data, if you want to manipulate, what are the operations that you can perform in general? Just forget about the database. So anyway, like if you want to perform some kind of a data, right? We want to keep it in a okay. In a for example, if you take like in a house, if you want to keep it something like in a house, like once you construct the house, like if you want to fill some data. It could be a furniture, or it could be painting, or renovation. What kind of any kind of it. So house remains same. But whatever just you are keeping that like kind of a furniture or electronic gadgets, or a kind of a it's kind of refrigerators, and air conditioners, air coolers, whatever that are supposed to be keep in a house, right? Those we call as a data. What are the operations that you can perform? For example, if you want to add, or if you want to install, or any kind for example, like a cooler, right? Or a refrigerator, if you take. If you want to buy a new refrigerator, that you can add, right? I mean, you can purchase and keep it. Consider as a home is a table, and what are the operations that we can add? We can add it. So we can purchase. When you say purchase, that is going to be addition to the house, right? Yes. And also, what all that we can do? If you get any repair or something, to the refrigerator, what you do, you'll get it repaired, right? That is like modified. Okay, and after some years, maybe maximum 5 to 10 years, if you have use maybe if you want to renew the refrigerator, or if it got damaged, what you can throw it out. So that is kind of a delete. Okay. And retrieve is as you see as you see with your eyes that refrigerator there in the house is nothing but a retrieve. Right. So these are same thing these are all real-time problems also that we need to add it in a tables in a electronic way, digital way. So these are the possible operations that can perform in the table. Okay. So yes, we already have this table called create table employees, something like we already had in this, right? So this is a table structure. This is a table definition. This is comes under DDL. We can discuss. Okay. So here, what are we doing here? First and foremost, once after you create the data as table definition, this is a fresh, brand new table that once get created, it will be new, and there won't be any data inside it. It's a fresh table that created. What we need to do is the first and foremost step is to add the data. Okay, add the data is nothing but insert here in a technical terms, in SQL term. Insert. Okay, so insert is something where we are saying the syntax. If you say insert into table name, insert into table name, insert and into, the both are the keywords. It should come together. Come together meaning it's not without space. But yeah, it should come together meaning after insert the into should come. Not before, after implies, or not, implies between insert into like that. The way that how we will read the same way that that we identified insert into a employees is a table name. Here columns we need to mention what are the columns data we are entering. The same sequence after values we need to put the data also. So insert into employees and column name. Column name sequence, what are the column names in the employees? ID, name, department, salary, and then values 1. Okay, okay. We need to add this, right? Name, HR. These are the data that you can add it based on the type. So this is the syntax for insert. Okay. So in insert, we do have a another way also, we can insert multiple rows as well. we can mention only one time the column set here, the same kind of data that we can repeat after values. 2, okay. The same way where we need to mention here column names with the data each, the same sequence we need to follow. What is the ID that we need to pass here? Put we need to ID 2. Then it will get stored for ID. So what is the sequence you keep it here? The same kind of data also we need to put this order. If you don't keep it, it won't. So 2, Bob, ID, and in the salary. Same way. With the comma separator. I think this way I have seen it initially. That's why like I'm not executing once again. This is like you can insert it. Okay. So now this is for insertion. And the second one is like update. Okay. So the syntax is always different for update. See here update, when we see right, like you can update one column or one row, one column data or multiple columns data with particular where condition. Okay. So here update table name. Here it is not like update into. Just we are updating table name with particular column data. What are we setting here? For salary column data, we are setting 62,000 where ID equals to 2. Meaning, what are the existing ID, employee ID 2, they blindly update the salary whatever they are setting here. So this is for updating. Update nothing but like update nothing but a modification of the data. So this we can perform. Let's see how to perform here and see. So before updating, always best practice, you need to check whether data is properly there or not before you updating it. Okay. Okay, select star from employees here. I put the cursor here and control enter. List out all the employees where ID is Bob, already 60,000 is there. So here for update we are performing where ID equals to 2. So if you do the by mistake, like if you don't put where, right, so you update the entire table salary column with 62,000. That is the risk. Okay, so that's the reason, like before updating any DML operations are mainly update and delete. It's a title won't cause any issue, but update and delete are causing existing data impact. So if you wrongly perform this one, it will set entire thing like this. Again, we need to roll back. Because here is auto commit is there. As soon as you execute, that will get execute. Control Z, it won't work here. Okay. So now what I do is like there is a reason like while executing we have to be carefully, right? First we'll check this where employee ID is 2 or greater or not. Okay. So what we do is select star from employees. Where ID equal to 2, we'll get this first. And we see whether it is there. This is 60,000, right? Now we can update. So update, like here you can put the cursor because semicolon is already there, right? Here you can keep the cursor and control enter, or else just select the table like this and just hit like this. Execute this. Okay. So executed. Now select start from employee where equal to. Now you see previously 60,000, now 60,000. Now we can say 62,000 because we are updating here. Okay. So anything that we can apply, we can update. Department also we can update. Name also we can update. Anything. Okay. Now same thing, like if you want to update the name, just initial. Now if you want to add the initial Bob B, then what we can do is, which column that we need to perform, that we need to choose it. So I'm copying it here, I don't execute. Here set, what I'm doing is like, set name equals to Bob B. Adding some initial, yeah, okay. Now I execute. After I execute again, you can fetch it from here. Now you see. Okay. This is the one that we can see. Not only this, any column, but yeah, we can add multiple columns also. Did I keep it here? Multiple column names. Yeah, we can update the multiple columns also. Something like at the same time, we can update, salary also we can update, and we can put back, Bob B to Bob, for example, right? So I'm keeping here Bob salary equals to, we can put back to 60,000. So as this is number, we don't need to put in a single quote. Are you closely following me? Because when it's a string, right, I'm giving in a single quotes here, because it denotes is a string, it's a text or characters. Okay, if I'm giving that a number, I'm not giving that is in a single quotes, because it's a number. We already discussed data types, right? We do have a number, character, and boolean. Okay, and date or timestamp. We do have some complex data types also, binary or something, but like these are the basic data types where we can deal with it right now. Okay, now we see we are updating back again. Name Bob, salary 60,000. Let's see. Otherwise 65 you can keep it. Why want to reduce salary for Bob? We'll give the hike. Okay, now you sit here like this. Okay, we can add multiple columns as well. Just you can perform like this. Okay, I gave the use cases also. Just you can perform these use cases. Okay, after this class. So they promote employees with the salary hike. So we can give some percentage. Okay. So update employees set salary equal to salary plus 5,000 where department equal to HR. For all HR departments, salary just increased by 5,000, right? So this is the query. Update employee where set salary equal to salary plus 5,000 where department equal to HR. Okay. So this is example for update. But be careful while updating. If you wrongly give that where condition, it said for all wherever it's applicable, guys. Yeah. That's why where condition is most important while updating and deleting, because this is impacting existing data, right? Now if you see it here, previously 60,000 was there, then we updated to 62,000, then 65,000. If we don't give the proper ID equal to 2, right, maybe accidentally or overlook, if you see it like some other ID, it puts others, it's randomly update their data, which we not supposed to, then that will be a risk. So have to be careful while updating. First you see that while fetching that data for that particular row, whether it's true or not, that way. Alright, update employee set, yeah, this is. And now one more is delete. The same kind of delete is nothing but remove the rows, right? Same thing we can put a select star from employees, right? Same way delete from employees where ID. So it delete the entire row. We cannot delete this particular cell of data. Okay, where we can update that. We cannot delete the particular column of the data, guys. When I said delete from employees, so we can delete entire row when I say. Okay. So if you see some of the data where we don't want, for example, in the employee, for example, yes, the same guy Bob, for example, now we have given this hike and everything, right? He resigned, he moved out of the organization. Then what we can do, we need to delete this data from at least some main tables. Maybe we can have some kind of historical data, some other data tables, but active table, it is not active employee, right? So we can delete this. So how can I delete is when I say delete, the entire row will be deleted. So how to delete is what is the employee ID for Bob is 2. When you put this 3, it deletes the third ID number 3 employee. Not supposed to be. You have to be careful. So I'm keeping it here 2 and deleting this. Okay. Now I put select start from employee. See, I got empty because I already deleted. Visit here, select start from employees. Just select this one and execute the code and C cell. There is no second, ID number 2 here. It's got deleted. Right? So syntax always we say delete from employees. Okay. So when I say delete, right, always deletes. I'll keep a comment here. Delete row. Okay. Column or few columns data cannot be deleted. If you want to remove that out, or maybe you can want to set we need to set update, you can set null, so then it will be updating there, because the entire row will be there, right? So always that will comes under update operation, not the delete operation, because when I say delete, right, always deal with the entire row. And insert also insert entire row, it affect the row. Then Yeah, remove all employees in admin. For example, if you want to remove data for like all where department equal to admin, right? So I think admin department is not there. This you can insert admin department and delete the same way how we can. I know I'm not going to do it right now. Just you can insert some of the department like admin, then you can delete that. Same thing like this. Examples. Okay. So these are the like DML operations. Okay. Select also there's like in some kind of a DQL we can say, but yeah, it's part of the DML way. I was saying is actually select all is select is a DQ data querying language, right? Is DQL that we can say. But like there's it's also deals with the data, right? Retrieving that's like it is we are talking about in a DML itself. This all we already discussed like select in the previous classes. Just for our reference, I gave here for a couple of examples. Okay. And one more like merge or upset, meaning like we can in while inserting, right, just it will get merge. For example, insert into employee ID so and so, two we are inserting on duplicate key, update salary 62,000, department equal support. Okay, so this is another this is kind of a duplicate. When I say insert, right, if it's already ID 2 already there, right, so it won't insert. If it is not there, it will insert. For example, just I'll execute this now and see. This is merge. When you say merge itself, the name suggests, right? Merge meaning like it'll try to insert because the column says like insert into. When I say insert into, is like it will be inserting a new. But we are writing some duplicate key, update salary equals so and so, and department is support. So anyway, ID2 is not there, right? So what we can do is now we can execute and see. So I copied here, just executed, I executed, and now select, okay, start from employees. I keep it here. Now you see, it got inserted. Okay. Now I'll try to insert once again. What happened you see. So here duplicate key combination we are doing like in a 62,000 department. This is a duplicate key. So again I did it. You see that like log, we will check the log what happened here. Insert it to 0 was affected. Because it's already there, right? Now what we do is like we'll try to insert once again with this and see. Only insert, don't use this stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm selecting this and I'm trying to execute once again. Only insert table. Is it happening? Error code. That is the difference between insert and merge. But if you insert this one, so it is not inserting, but it's not throwing any error. So this is a safe command. First we'll check the data and the combination of these two. If there it will get insert, otherwise it won't. Okay. Now what I do is like 65,000, I'll keep it here. See, there are two rows affected now. Why two rows are affected, that we see now. Okay, select. Two rows are affected, right? When I say like this, what are those two rows we'll see? We'll get like select short-term employees. Now 15 rows are fetched, but two rows are affected here. In this, it's showing. See, what we added there, 62,000 we added, right? Six, 65 added here. Okay, what are we added here? $65 added, right? So we have 65 here. What we do is, let's say 68 will keep it here. Now 68,000, right? So we'll fetch it once again now. Okay. So what happened, you see here, we have only one column called, right, 69,000. So what we did was, first it got updated to 68. Try to insert. If it is not there, like if it is there, then it is going to update. So two things. First is checking there, then trying to update it here. Okay, update salary 69,000 where department is support. And also you can see update, support, right? We can keep it, that is in HR, for example. Now okay, okay, added here. Now again I am going to get this employees data. It got updated. So insert and update work together if you go with this merge. So how to do the merge is always start with insert and duplicate key of update. So if it is a duplicate key, then update it. If it is not a duplicate, insert it. Okay. So until this, right? So on duplicate, update. This is update table we used to write update table name and set something you set column names with values. So here that's what this merge will do is the columns are not there, it will insert. If it is not there, if it is there, it will update. Okay. So if you want to perform once again, we'll do it. First we'll remove once again with the 2, then we can confirm. First it insert, then it will update. So what we do is first we'll delete it, the same as 2, right? Already performed here, we perform now, and now is it no value? Now we'll execute merge query here. This is a merge query. When I say merge query, what happened is, okay, one row affected, one row affected here, because inserted into how many values, like only one row that added, right? So select start from, you see it here, inserted support and 68,000, because key is not there. That's a duplicate, right? On duplicate, meaning it's not a duplicate. That's why what is got insert, it's got inserted. It's not coming down. Okay. Now data is there, right? Second time, so this is first insert happened now, because data is not there, it got inserted with what are the values, support, Bob, support, and 68,000 salary. So second time what we are doing, we are trying to insert it. If it is not there, it will go to, if it is there, right, and duplicate key, 2 is a duplicate key with that, right, then it will update 2, salary and department, two columns, and it's 2 rows, 2 columns will update. Now I'm executing once again, and now see, select start from. Now you see it got, previously support was there. Now as second time, as this is already available, it's a duplicate, then what's happened? Update with the same ID, updated value like this. So it will use the same thing. So 2 queries are performing here. First we'll try to check whether trying to insert, but as a duplicate is there, and some it is updating values. If it is not there, insert it. If it is there, update with these values. That's all. So these are the merge queries. Okay. So this you try it out, and I mentioned here some of the classification, insert, update, delete, and select for what and which purpose that we need to. Okay. Yeah, because like vendor specific, what is the I mentioned like an insert or update in one query. So if you are not sure, to come on back. These transactions we can discuss tomorrow about it. So mainly we need to understand about the transaction that we can discuss tomorrow along with advanced queries. Okay. So here some practice questions I gave it. Just you can try to perform here and post me the result of this. Okay, if result data is not properly there, just update the data. But yeah, just you need to get this data, execute these queries and post me the result here. Okay. Any questions now? Clear? Any questions, guys? I think everything is silent, meaning like everything is understand or nothing understand. Okay. All right, then just I'm going to share this to you. Just practice and keep me the results. Thank you and happy learning.